Well, it is like the Super Bowl for election workers and officials in Iowa today, but this is very serious work, and these workers have a job to ensure the safety and accuracy of our elections. Joining us now is Secretary of State Pate, the Chief Election Officer for Iowa. Secretary, thank you so much for joining us today.
It's a pleasure.
For the first thing we want to cover, everyone wants to know any snags or issues your office is hearing from on the local level today.
No, the only thing we've really been hearing is we're seeing a very brisk and aggressive turnout. So we're excited about that. We saw early voting records being set in our various counties across the state, and the trend seems to be going all day today. And again, I compliment my county auditors and I compliment Iowans. They get it. They understand how the voting works, and they're getting out and doing it.
Yeah, sure. And when polls close in just a few hours, what happens next on the county level? How are these votes tallied?
Yeah. Well, 8 o'clock is the wrap up, and shortly after that, they'll be putting the preliminary unofficial, I'll say that again, unofficial results out, and where they'll have those tabulated, and hopefully well before your 10 o'clock news, you'll have the full report on your local elections there, and we'll get the final ones done. It takes about 10 days to certify an election, so people got to be a little patient, but you should get the gist.
Certainly. Are you expecting more voter engagement in this off-year election?
Yes, I do. I think we've seen it already. People are wanting more and more information. They're more in the weeds. They're wanting to participate in government, and I think that's a great thing. My job is to facilitate it, to make sure they have access, but it's the candidates and the issues that drive the turnout, and we've seen that, whether it's the city council races or the school board, there's things motivating folks to want to be out there.
What does that tell you about the times we're living in? What do you make of that?
Well, I'm not sure. I did minor in sociology, but this one's kind of over my head in the way that the trend seems to be people are really concerned about their elected officials being more reflective of what they think the priorities are. And that's great, because that's what I think a local election is all about. As a former mayor of Cedar Rapids, I can tell you your government can be reflective of you only if you're part of the process. You need to be out there voting and electing folks who have a like mind you do and want to know what your issues are. And I think that's what they're demonstrating and doing. And I think it'll pay dividends for their communities, because they're hearing firsthand and they're going to act on it.
And speaking to the process, how is your office ensuring everyone who votes has their ballot protected and secured?
Well, it is a challenge to balance the participation with the integrity. I think we've done a good job in Iowa. We've got clearly have voter ID, but we also have the post-election audit, so that we'll be going through and making sure those elections are on mark. And then we have other measures in there. We have poll workers who are your friends and neighbors at the polling sites. We do other types of checks and balances. So again, I think we've got it under control for you. We want to make sure when you see those results at 10 o'clock tonight, you're going, yep, that's my new city council member, or that's my new school board member.
Well, Secretary of State Paul Pate, we thank you for your time today. We will certainly be following up post-election. A lot at stake here. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.